This is for Dallas, Texas, and the community. And today, we're gonna talk about a dream, but we also about talk about these little kids. They said something to me. I'm using them. Dallas rappers using y'all. They fooling y'all. They act like they look up to y'all. Y'all, they using y'all. You have to know your history about me. I've always been in this situation, and people that went to Creekview, they used to stay about like Tavine and them, and they used to chill by my house while I go to work, and all the rest of those things. And while they was in school, but this is not the thing. And I used to have to sleep at night and go to work, and they chilled until it's time to go home. But that's not the question. They using y'all. Yellow Breezy and them lying to y'all. Trap Boy Freddy, Dallas, Texas lying to y'all. They using y'all kids. When kids come up in here and tell me I'm using them, and I'm not using you. And I heard a lot of kids talk about that around here. How can I use you? I heard people on the trail, Plies and other people trying to steal from me. And that's gonna make it more worse on people in this situation. But I'm already winning. But that's not the case in those things. I want to tell you something where we have to identify. I had a dream last night. I had all three phones on me, cameras on me, and I was just half sleeping. I was recording, talk about many things. But Yellow Breezy lying to you. Trap Boy Freddy, and y'all looking up to a liar. When little baby said we didn't hear that much about you, but the truth is going. Orion, let me tell you something. Orion tried to bring me down. And that's the big concept when you get to a church, when you get to selfish behavior, when somebody trying to bring you down and try to tell you something wrong with that. And he said, don't care what people think. You don't care. But your words should not be out your mouth to try to ruin me. And that's the difference we need to identify where people words can like Wayne said my speeches can kill, but my speech can kill too. You know, when they say and this white woman talk about somebody using me. I see your spirit. Hey, how you doing? Talking about somebody using me. And nobody's not using me. But I had to identify those things and can we quietly understand the choices with those things. My feet have always been planted in a different route of the ground. How can I misunderstood that when I'm in a totally different direction? You know, peace of mind, peace of everything. Yellow Breezy knows about me, and Boosie knows about me, and people want to hold it down for Boosie, but can't hold it down for me. Why racism took, why racism coming took. Boosie got no interest in Dallas. He got no interest in y'all. He lied to y'all. He got no MO3. God said they coming to do shows and they have no interest in it. He lied to y'all with MO3. He used y'all. But y'all look up to that. Hey, God said, let that be. Well, you look up to lies and understanding, right? But kids, I can never use you. They saying around here, I can never use you because I stand for something different than what you can't understand. They only in for the money. They only in it for the money and the music. I am in it for so much more for change, understanding, and record. I'm out. I'm in for all of those things. But I had to understand the meaning of those things. Now let's say racks on racks, racks on racks. And why should we stop where things are mostly understanding that because we fighting for something, but people act like they want something just because he's bigger than anybody, and that's not right. You and Mo3 lied, and he talking about, oh, they got away with no, baby, this is not how this gonna end up like this, Boosie. Ain't no panel judge, ain't your homies, ain't your nigga. This ain't gonna end up like you think it is. God said, I promise you, you're gonna die in that jail. You're gonna be put to death soon as you do it. Soon as you lying ass niggas don't confess about the lies that y'all told, but nigga wants something. Nigga wants, I don't want to do no music with no liar. And all, they live in a fiction. They live in a fiction while we live great. While we live truth and honesty. The Birdman told a young NBA boy, save hip hop. You know what I told the civil rights? God said we gonna save hip hop. We gonna save hip hop by truth and honesty, by keeping it real. No, God, y'all need that real gangster shit from God, not that lying shit. People want me to come. Let me tell you something. Reneging and doing all of this. We talked about all of this stuff yesterday. But God say, I'm allowed to forgive you where my world is changing, where hatred and lies and racism at. And I'm allowed to forgive you when you find somebody you love and understand you where racism and lies at. So it's not about, and whatever you think you know. Yes, can we be friends? Yes. It's not about what you think you know. That's not about what you think you know. God understands His word more than anybody. And he mumbling his words yesterday and deceiving and young and everybody trying to bring somebody. This is not about those things. Business want us stuck like society and churches. Now Ryan says something about, oh, don't care what people think and all the rest of those things. But you saying things that you don't supposed to say. That's not cool. That is not cool, guys. And that is not good. His words need to watch because he only care about his people. You don't say words like that. That's what we don't say. Every kid not trying to live, grown up not trying to be successful with their kid. That's something that's not trying to happen. Those things had to understand with those concepts, right? Hey guys, we go through stuff, but God never did say when you out there, when you don't have nobody, you lush to not find you somebody. God understand this world more than anybody. He understand the selfishness. He understand the pickiness. He understand the racial behavior. He understand the black people when they do stuff. We understand those things. God say, it's not meant for you to understand all of these things. I was in high school and, in 08, '07, and it had a lot of fine girls in there. I dated one girl named Tisha, okay, but I had other women in New Miss Smith that was white girls and Mexican. They was fine. They showed no interest in me. The main thing about that, even in theater classes, but me and Sabina found each other after I broke up with Chris, whatever that is. But people would get mad because you're finding someone and they wanted to be racist and oh, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the life that you make and the choices that you make. That's your problem. The decision that you make to be with somebody, that's your problem. When you walk away, no, I don't got abandonment issues. Let me tell you something. When people make that choice, that's their problem at the end of the day. Why God say, I sing you on a different thing. I don't have a baby mama problem when they sing you on a different choice. When God say, me and her friends, I decided to call it off with her. No, because her sisters and them and all the rest, I love them to death. But some things we quite don't agree on. When we constantly understanding those matters, you know, those things, we gave those chances. But a woman that wastes their time on me and don't spend, and this is what the thing, another girl seen interest in me and knew Miss Smith ain't. And that becomes a problem when I had in theater class where a fake ass woman and other people been. So I'm winning. I'm winning either way. I was always higher in my class. I was always higher. I was always doing stuff that's greater. That lady looking. I see your spirit. I see your spirit. And we're gonna address that issue. We're gonna address that issue when I see your spirit. We're going to address that issue when I see your spirit, when I see your body motion. We're going to address that issue. No, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of everybody. Oh, question about my relationship. All right, I'm at first year, second year. That's my thing. When y'all women, y'all got fine and all y'all. No, God said Sabina was in your life for a reason. Other people, but let me tell you, the same people that want you to understand and be alone. Let me tell you something. A person that said the ant baker, God said you the ant baker. You the one that is a preacher now. And I want to tell you something what ant baker mean. And I want to tell you something how he's the ant baker and he takes from us while they win and we don't eat. And let me tell you, as that same guy with the dreads on that church, if Miss Lee and them wouldn't have cut me off, you niggas would still be having a racist fit. You black churches and the rest of y'all community about y'all tax dollars. I want them to watch the words that they say and these pastor things. Cause y'all, if Miss Lee and them wouldn't have cut me off with y'all dumbass behavior, y'all would still be having a fucking fit and acting selfish. Let's talk about it. God say, don't call me an Aunt Baker when you're selfish and racist. When you make it profit and mutual. A guy said, I'm reneging and using my name. How God said I'm using the room. So many people trying to throw me off. I'm not for it. I'm not for it today. I'm not for the spiritual behavior. I'm not for it. I'm going to tell you right now. So many people trying to throw me off. Body motion of the spirit. We don't see the devil. Um, Understanding those matters and how we understand it. But the thing is, how can you understand something when things are quite not as it goes? Yeah, guys, that's the understanding. When we talk about Ant-Man, let's talk about Ant-Man. The ant baker, they the ant baker. Because they constantly take from us why they be racist towards us, right? I have already won. But the more they act the ass, the more I gotta be pushing my court date back. The more they act stupid around here, the more I'm kicking my court date back. The more I gotta sue they fucking ass, the more I gotta push my court date back. And these things are what that. I have already won. But the more my court date is be pushed back, and I've already won. And that you making it worse on the Justice Department, because they gonna get it. You making it very worse on them. You making it very worse on them. Because they gonna get it every time. Miss Crystal and them is gonna get it every time. The Ant Baker got the preacher with the braids got something to say. God said, you the Ant Baker. God said, you're not willing to, let's collide money, no change in money, and no change in the world. You're not willing to change we're going to collide this together. You're not willing to change your money, and you're not willing to change your world. You're not willing to change how you do your money, and you're not willing to change your world. So you're being racist. You the Ant Baker. That preacher need to watch what they saying. You need to watch it real quick of what you're saying. Because y'all still be complaining like the racist fuck that y'all is. And y'all 40, 50 years old, and y'all sitting in church being an ass. You'll still be, oh, where my tax dollars at? And why y'all being racist? And black people care about themselves. God say, you the Ant Baker, because you're taking. You're not willing to change or what you stand for. So, as misleading them when they did, you dumb motherfuckers will still be walking around here blind. Don't come at to me why you the Ant Baker, why you the liar that trying to stop God blessings. I don't know this preacher. I forgot his name. He with a white girl, with a preacher, and she's speaking. God said, you better stop and know what you're saying. You better know what you're saying, because those things have to be understanding by what we do and how we do it. So those things gotta be understood and how we do things. So those those things gotta be how we understand things and how we coordinate things. So, you know, you know, when we talk about Roman and we talk about things lust, you think about lust. When we talk about that, lust have no understanding. We ain't trying to do it where racism at. God said we ain't trying to hear that. We forget that where to do it. But this is the name of law, the name of God, the name of love. When they want to stop the name of these things that God ain't trying to hear. God said, you love me. You are with me. So why should you be alone? You already got nuns think they supposed to be alone. They think they don't have anybody. And God said, you think you're not loved? And that could be the most crucial thing where nuns that think they are not loved. They think they have to stick to one thing. But God said, if you marry, why should you have to do that? If you know, why should you have to be alone? Those think God understand this world more than anybody else thinks. But the understanding of that, you know have to be alone. But you're not lusting. That's not lust. That's for the name of love and the name of growth and the name of everything that you stand for. That sex is not lust. Such is not lust with God. That is not those things. I said, God would forgive me when I'm at the door because he know this world and he watch how women are being picky and racist. Stop that when you want somebody to be alone. Stop those things where women are being picky. And sometimes it's about the mindsets. Everybody don't have the good mindset. This has been going on since 1990 something with murders and doing all of these things, mind manipulated, conniving mindset trickery. The mindset ain't right. We have to understand what we are doing here. They don't know I have already won. Yeah, I'm doing good. How you doing? What's up, guys? What up? Drake told me we didn't hear that much about you, but the truth is going to be revealed. No, people want to plan something but don't understand it. You know, and that's the main thing with that situation. Nobody don't have time to keep dealing with the same old guys. Nobody have time to deal with lies and yellow breezes think it's all about him and the rest of them. Women want to take you for granted. Man, I'm tired of all the tagging they coming from the fake ass. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. Really. Your body motions is really pushing it to the point. And these dumb motherfuckers, that's why I'm about done with Texas after the shit they did. They ain't gonna give it. Hey, this sad, bro. This sad. This sad. And you hope that the government dumbasses and these doctors don't believe in God and believe in the spirit. That's why I wash my hands with the state of Texas and that bullshit. I wash my hands with that damn Justice Department in that damn Dallas County act like they don't stand for God. That's why these senators, they and the rest of them, they act like they understand. They really got a problem. Got my eyes on your spirit. They really got a problem. You know, they really got a problem. But I'm not gonna keep doing this, and the enemy keep putting people in that situation. Um, it's the spirit behavior. I don't see the devil. See the body motion. And it's sad that I had to use different ways to show the damn Justice Department. That damn sad, bro. The body motion, that's sad. That just sad. Why they stupidity lies. I'm just fed up with it. It's sad. I should have never been in this situation. But that damn mayor trying to cover up his cause. That's a racist shit. And they won't call a nigga his name. Bitch, you are racist. You mad because the government, the mayor and them, and the 911 ton it and laughed at me. You a racist piece of shit because you coming up for your own good. I'm calling the fake shit out as I see it. The racist Dallas shit, and our Boosie still trying to come and take. Why he don't got no interest. He got racism and lies. He don't got no interest. He got lies. Hey, but the more they act like that, the more they play done, the more we got a problem. They plan what they planning. Racism ass planning. They've been doing a lot of sneaky behavior. And I've been seeing a lot of spiritual shit. The enemy. And God said I've been catching on to a lot of things. And I've been watching a lot of people's spirit, jealousy, texting, frustration. And I don't play like that, you hear me? And I said I want my fucking money where you're being racist at. But that preacher guy better watch what he say. You the ant baker because you don't want to do what God say. Your behavior is understanding. Don't question those things which you don't know. I told y'all something. A cup of water. When you pull a cup of water in a glass, that's mean it's balanced. Your life is balanced. At the cup of water tip over, your life is wasted. It's going down. That don't mean you can't pick back up the glass and put the water back in and your life get back on track. Now, wherever you at, whatever you doing, that don't mean your life can't get back on track. Just because you waste the water and tip the water does not mean your life can be on track. You can put more water in there and still have a steady balance of life. That's balance, that's more balance, that's new life. That's what all of those things is. All of those things is and what we can understand. Balance and positive balance. And that's the thing. Positive balance. That cup of water is a balance. Life is balance. But also when we talk about life is balance, you gotta learn how to plant your feet when life is balanced. Don't depend on the job, don't depend on this, don't depend on that. That's what they want you to do. The most thing a business can do can have you work for them and use you. That's the most thing they can do. And that's why Walmart go to colleges and do all of those things and all the rest of those things. But we have to understand what is the purpose of those things about. And the concept of those things and how we are doing things in those ways, actually how the bigger picture is and how we can come the bigger amount of what we doing. You know, and the jealousy still won't stop. Come on, guys. Your spiritual behavior gonna get you. It's really gonna get you. Um, God see the spirit behavior, the emotions of the body. But those things have to understand where we are constantly being questioned as we go. Love can't be identified. Love can't be questioned where things are. They just stalling every time. You can hear echoes from the distance when they way over there. Hear echoes from it. Hear echoes from the distance. Look at the birds. You can hear the echo they flying from the distance of what they talk about. Connecting with your universe is the most important thing. Healing, coming outside. Don't worry about those things and understanding those things of what we're trying to do. Those things cannot be questioned. Those things cannot be questioned. What was said out there in Carrollton, at night. You dummy, you retarded. You scared of your little brother MO3. Terrorism. But I'm the one. You know when I was in Dallas County, we're gonna talk about that. Play like you crazy. If you know what's good, no. If they know what's good for them, God said. We're gonna talk about that. God said we're gonna talk about that. We might have a disability. When people try to get me that no, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that people in Dallas County where they get away with it. Why the mayor and them get away with it with Dallas now turning and laughing. But you know, we do what do why we want to do business with liars and Boosie lying. But he think that shit funny. And I say Boosie coming in November the 5th, they come and try to take, determine kind of take from me racism, lies and not understanding. My name is Hubert. Oh, you scared of police knocking at my door? He talked about me in inbox. They knocking at my door. But he cared about his artists, why he took and everything. Me imitate my favorite rapper, Lil Rain. Lil Baby say he in it, but not really in it. Why they constantly take from me. God say we ain't trying to kick it. God say we ain't trying to kick it until we get our money. We ain't trying to kick it. I don't give a fuck what you're talking about with that lying racist shit. We ain't trying to kick it until I get mine. Even when I get, because I'm not being a bitch, I get a studio bit. Ain't nowhere around here. These kids talking about God say they using you. I don't use anybody, and we're gonna talk about those things. They using you. They don't want to teach you. They ain't coming out getting that just get used. Baby, you need to know what you're talking about. Because my fight is so much greater than what you think you know. These little kids coming, you using us. No, baby. They using you. And I want to tell them something because I'm gonna let the Social Security know something. My son gonna stop you if you don't change the behavior of the Social Security. They're gonna stop you when he get older. It's always gonna be somebody in my footsteps. And God said, it's always gonna be somebody in his footstep for the neglect and abuse that the workers does. It always gonna be somebody in that. Boosie have no interest. He want the money. He not in it for the love of God, the love of the United States. He want the money. And they showing the dollar. God say, look here, man. Bun B said something. Everybody want a piece of the pie. Now, baby, I've been getting a piece of pie. But racism been trying to stop my growth. Racism been trying to stop my growth. And they trying to stop it now. They trying to know what they did wrong. And they don't understand those things. And that damn Texas music office. Senator Ted about to get another $30 million for not answering phones. They should have never let him out. Boy, they should never let your racist ass out. And I'm going to tell us it right. They should not let your racist ass out. I'm going to tag that dumb ass nigga in it. And then you want to come here and make a concert. I'll be right back, guys. No, they should never let your lion race his ass out. And this guy looking angry early in the morning. That's a fucking other thing. Facial expression. The body motion.